everyone, welcome to another video by SmartPath Tutoring, GCSE Biology. Today's video is about the rate of photosynthesis part 3. The inverse square law links light intensity and distance. In the experiment on the previous page, when the lamp is moved away from the pond weed, the amount of light that reaches the pond weed decreases. You can say that as the distance increases, the light intensity decreases. In other words, distance and light intensity are inversely proportional to each other. However, it's not quite as simple as that. It turns out the light intensity decreases in proportion to the square of the distance. This is called the inverse square law and is written out like this. Light intensity is proportional to 1 divided to the square of the distance. The inverse square law means that if you halve the distance, the light intensity will be 4 times greater. And if you third the distance, the light intensity will be 9 times greater. Likewise, if you double the distance, the light intensity will be 4 times smaller. If you triple the distance, the light intensity will be 9 times smaller. You can use 1 divided to the square of the distance as a measure of light intensity. You can artificially create the ideal conditions for forming. The most common way to artificially create the ideal environment for plants is to grow them in a greenhouse. Greenhouses help to trap the sun's heat and make sure that the temperature does not become limiting. In winter, a farmer or gardener might use a heater as well to keep the temperature at the ideal level. In summer, it could get too hot, so they might use shades and ventilation to cool things down. Light is always needed for photosynthesis, so commercial farmers often supply artificial light after the sun goes down to give their plants more quality photosynthesis time. Farmers and gardeners can also increase the level of carbon dioxide in the greenhouse, for example, by using a paraffin heater to heat the greenhouse. As the paraffin burns, it makes carbon dioxide as a byproduct. Keeping plants enclosed in a greenhouse also makes it easier to keep them free from pests and diseases. The farmer can add fertilizers to the soil as well to provide all the minerals needed for healthy growth. Sorting all this out costs money, but if the farmer can keep the conditions just right for photosynthesis, the plants will grow much faster and a decent crop can be harvested much more often, which can then be sold. It's important that a farmer supplies just the right amount of heat, light, etc., enough to make the plants grow well, but not more than the plants need, as this would just be wasting money. Thank you for listening.